Dog aggression can often stem from fear-based emotions. It is crucial to address the root causes and tailor interventions to the dog's specific needs. It is Jose here from Train Me Please. Let's go. For many dogs, aggression is simply a defense mechanism when something feels threatening. This can be the case even if we are pretty sure that there's no need for it from the dog's perspective. So, where does this behavior come from? One possible cause is that some dogs inherit a genetic predisposition to fearfulness. It is important, in my opinion, that dog breeders place premium consideration on fear behavior when deciding whether or not to breed a dog. Another strong possibility has to do with the lack of early socialization. Puppies that are not exposed to diverse people, environments, and situations during their critical socialization period, approximately 3 to 14 weeks of age, may develop fearful responses. Furthermore, exposure alone will not cut it for most puppies. To be on the safe side, we need to pair controlled exposure with positive experiences. So consider your puppy's reinforcers when doing this. Traumatic experiences are another factor. Abuse, frightening incidents, or even mild use of harsh training methods can trigger fear-based aggression. Finally, health conditions can be at the heart of fear-based behavior. Pain, discomfort, acute or ongoing medical conditions can increase irritability and fear, prompting aggressive behavior. What are some common signs of fear-based aggression? Starting with body language, pay attention to any tense posture, tucked tail, pinned ears, avoidance of eye contact, or cowering behavior. Another indicator is vocalization. Is the dog growling, barking, or whining? Pay attention to behavioral responses to what is happening in the environment. Is the dog freezing, snapping, biting, trying to flee, or hiding? Now, what are some treatment approaches for fear-based behavior? Let's start with behavior modification techniques. For these behaviors, it is all about gradual exposure and patience. We want to introduce dogs to fear-inducing stimuli in a controlled and gradual manner, ensuring they remain comfortable. This will help them build confidence without becoming overwhelmed. Patience during this process is crucial for long-term success. Desensitization is the process of gradually exposing the dog to fear-inducing stimuli at low intensities, ensuring they remain under their fear threshold. Over time, the intensity of exposure can be increased as the dog becomes more comfortable. Then we have counter-conditioning. It involves pairing the fear-inducing stimulus with something positive, such as treats, praise, or play. This allows us to replace negative associations with positive ones. Constructional aggression treatment, CAT, focuses on reinforcing non-aggressive behavior in situations where the dog previously displayed aggression. It utilizes a calm and controlled approach, rewarding desirable behavior by removing triggers when the dog remains non-aggressive. Behavior adjustment training, BAT, encourages the dog to make better decisions on their own by creating controlled exposure to triggers. In BAT, dogs are given enough space to feel safe and are rewarded for calm, non-aggressive behavior. More information about these procedures in the description below. The next thing to consider is environmental management. We need to consider safe spaces that provide a secure area where the dog can retreat when feeling overwhelmed. We also need to do our very best to avoid triggers. This means that until a solid behavior modification plan is underway, we should avoid situations that are likely to provoke fear or aggression. Next, we have training and socialization. The best approach is always one based on good antecedent arrangement and positive reinforcement. Always remember that reward-based training builds confidence and helps teach alternative, desirable behaviors. We should also think about gradual socialization by aiming to introduce new people, animals, and environments at a pace that the dog can tolerate without fear. The next one is probably the most important piece of information in this entire video. Get professional assistance. Contact a force-free certified dog trainer or behaviorist, or even a vet behaviorist. They can help you design and implement customized behavior modification plans, and in the case of a vet behaviorist, they can also assess if medical issues contribute to fear aggression and prescribe medication if necessary. In some cases, medical intervention might be your best ally. Anti-anxiety medications or other treatments may be recommended in severe cases to reduce fear and facilitate training. If you are taking some value from this video, could you please click the like button below? Cute photo as a thanks. In terms of how to prevent fear-based aggression, here are some thoughts. 1. Early socialization. Introduce puppies to a variety of stimuli during their critical period to reduce fear responses later in life. 2. Gentle handling. Avoid rough or forceful handling, which can lead to fear-related aggression. 3. Canine body language. Learn to recognize subtle signs of fear or discomfort, such as lip licking, yawning, or turning the head away. This will allow you to intervene before the dog escalates to aggressive behaviors. 4. Regular veterinary checkups. Rule out medical issues that could contribute to behavioral problems. Here are some key takeaways from this entire video. Fear aggression is a serious behavior issue, but with the right techniques, it can be managed and modified. Behavior modification methods like desensitization, counter-conditioning, cat and bat can be highly effective. Consulting with professionals, prioritizing socialization, and using positive reinforcement methods are critical for long-term success. By focusing on trust and clear communication, dogs feel safer and more understood, which can reduce fear-based responses. Could you please leave me a comment below with the keyword fear? That will let me know that you watched the video to this point. If you'd like to support the work that I do here, you could buy me a coffee or a few coffees. Link in the description below. My Buy Me a Coffee followers also get free access to my behavior modification courses, so maybe I will see you there. Next, watch this video here about dog aggression. Obrigado e até breve. Ciao.